Yo, Wagwan. This is DJ Kudah here, man. Listen, man. You watching PRTV where you set the stage.
Who we got in the building, man?
This is DJ Kudah.
DJ Kudah. Man,
Yes,
what's
sir.
up, man?
We're chilling.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I've been seeing you've been out here, bro. First of all, them barbecues.
Yeah.
It's busting.
Yep.
You get like that.
I mean, you know, the work ethic, man. We work hard.
You know, the humble approach.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes,
but
sir.
you know, you turn the city up. You one of the members, you know what I'm saying? You want behind the scenes, you making things happen. And you one of them DJs, you connecting with the youth and the older crowd. You feel me? With the barbecues, I see people out there having a good time. I just wanted to shout that out because I was just at
Appreciate
one.
that, man.
You feel me? Do you realize what you're doing?
I mean, I realize, the thing is, I realize what I'm doing because I've always been around people even when I was young, you know. I was given opportunity since I was young, like being around people that are older than me, you know, like, and kind of be able to mix myself with them. So at this time, at the age where I'm at, so I feel like I got to give it back too. And it was given to me, the knowledge was given to me, so me go out there and support what the youngest are doing. I feel like it's the right thing for me to be able to do so.
For sure. You feel me? And right there, that's going to take you far. Because the youth is the way.
Yeah.
You got the youth rocking with you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So let's, start from the beginning. Where you from?
I'm from Congo, but I was raised in Tanzania. I've been into so many places in my life, so I can't say I belong to one country. I can speak different languages, so everybody.
How many languages can you speak?
7.
7?
Yeah.
List them.
Fluently, so I can speak English. I can speak Kitetela, which is one of my languages from back home. I can speak Kirundi. I can speak French. I can speak Rwandese. I can speak Lingala. And I can also speak one more language from my own country. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Bilingual. You know you can make a lot of money in this country with that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You should think about pursuing that. Voice acting, different,
I used to be actually an interpreter too. I used to interpret for people when they come to this country. They call me and help out. Even in school too, I used to do that.
Oh, for sure. So you've always been like a person who wants to like help people.
Yes, sir.
I get that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So you was born in Congo.
Yep.
But Tanzania, like what? Like when did you move over there?
So I moved to Tanzania. So after I was born, we moved to Tanzania in 1996. And there was a breakout war in Congo, and we moved to Tanzania. So that was like
Who's we?
Me, my mother, my father, my little brother, my little sister. At that time, and then after that, in 1998, my little brother Trey, he was born in Tanzania, so he's automatically a Tanzanian.
Yeah. And
then after that, we kept on going different places just to kind of visit.
Ew.
But our home base was Tanzania.
So y'all just visiting, or was it like war related?
No, after we moved out of Congo, we went to Tanzania. I mean, that country, they never had a war before. So that kind of became our home base. That's where we grew up. That's where we made most of our friends.
Oh.
So we'll go to other places for like vacation and family-related stuff like that. But home base was actually Tanzania. That's where the home base is.
How was your childhood like?
My childhood was, I would say, it wasn't that easy. Also, I wasn't raised by my parents, so I was raised by my uncle and aunt. So that for me, it was kind of a complete situation where it's different from everybody else, where the mother love and your father's love. So my aunt and my uncle, for me, they were that.
Right.
And also the outsiders, they were that for me. So that's how I look at people. I look at people, they're like treasure. That's how I'm always cool with everybody, because the people that were surrounding me, they give me the love. But also it has to do with my father. My father was always helping out people, be around so many people.
Right.
So being around that society, being around that many people, being around people that
made you like a people's person in a way.
Yes.
Right. That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You feel me? Taking all those experiences, and that kind of, that's why you kind of wanted to do DJing.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, right? When you first came to the United States, what country? What state did you move to first?
Fargo.
Fargo?
Yeah. I've been in Fargo for a long time. I mean, I've always lived Fargo, go different places, but I've always found myself back here.
Why? What is it about Fargo?
The thing about Fargo is for me is I feel like this is a place where it gives you a chance to become something bigger than you can actually be if you open your own eyes and how you move yourself.
Right.
You know, in the big cities, there's so many competitions, like job positions. You know what I mean? But also they have that organization where they look at you. If you're younger and you apply for bigger position, even if you're qualified, they will pick for somebody who they feel like is more mature than you, who's
Right.
bigger than you. But here they don't look at it because they actually need people that are actually professional to whatever what they're doing. So they give you those chances. But not just that. In this town, for how long, whatever I've been here, there's something that this town has is like the trust with the community. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's not like big city. Before here in Fargo, you could like if you run out of gas, you can raise your hands on the road. Somebody will stop by
Right.
and give you gas. They feel like more of a welcoming than the big city where if something like that ever happened to you, people will feel like you're about to rob them.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
for
So
sure.
this has always been a safekeeper home
Yeah.
for me.
Mhm.
So that's why I always find myself.
Like a
back
place
here.
to build a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For
But
sure.
not just that. Also, this state is one of the highest state for education
Oh yeah.
in the state.
And I was just about to ask that because when I'm hearing you talk, you sound very educated. So how far did you go education wise?
Well, I went to college. I graduated high school.
What did you go to college for?
I went to college to become a social worker.
A social worker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to do more resettlement because my goal is in the next probably 10 years or 5 years, I want to go back home and kind of help out the ones that are in need. Like right now, every year, like at the end of the year, I take like two of my paycheck. Me and my brother and my sister, what we do is we donate like food to the orphanage and stuff like that to kind of help out because that's all we know. We know the situation back home now. So for us, that's like something that we've always done. Like since I've been in US, I've always get back home where the kids are in need that they don't have something.
And honestly, I feel like doing stuff like that behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? That's what's blessing you to get these opportunities because I've seen your name, you know what I'm saying? Clubs. Every weekend, you're out there, you know what I'm saying, promoting. You're one of these faces, you know? That's why, you know, we got you on PRTV. DJ Kudah, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we here.
DJ Kudah.
It's a blessing to be on PRTV, so.
For sure, and I appreciate that. Now, I admire your story. You know what I'm saying? That's something admirable. Just, you're selfless, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the world needs more people like that. When did music come into play?
So, since back home, the story it started when we were back in the refugee camp. My boy and I, he lives in Iowa, and I got blessed.
You live where?
He lives in Iowa.
Ooh.
So we actually kind of went and celebrated his wedding. We just got married. When America they were started to kind of feel like they want to start grabbing refugees, they start bringing this culture and stuff like radios. I mean, we used to have TVs and all that type of stuff. So they gave us these radios where you can kind of spin. If you spin it, you're charging those radios. They used to call them Voice of America radio. They're like blue. So me and my boy, we got lucky. We got one of those radios. So every week we used to share. On the weekends, there's a radio station that they used to call Radio Quizzer. So what they would do a top 10 in music. You know what I mean? So this weekend, my boy will have it. And the next weekend, I'll have it. Just so we can be able to have a chance to listen to music. And sometime we'll just meet together, me and my other friend, we'll just listen to music. That's when I started to kind of fall in love with music. And then after that, I was born a Muslim. My family, they're absolutely Muslim. So, but when we kind of started living with my uncle, we joined in a religion. We went to Christianity for a little bit because we were raised under somebody who's my uncle. So we have to be able to respect them and have to respect the rules of the house. So we moved to Christianity. In the church that they have.
Well, you personally, though.
Yeah, me personally.
What you personally, what would you?
I'm a Muslim.
You're a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim. So after we moved to that religion, they love music. They love dancing. They love doing a lot of stuff.
Then that's a Christian religion.
Yeah, it's a Christian religion. So I started playing drums.
Oh, okay.
The hand drum, I started doing that.
Was it like a church thing?
It was a church thing.
Right, right.
So we had to go like do practices, playing drums. So those melodies, they started getting into my head. Also listening to different kind of genre of music.
And this is in Africa.
This is in Africa.
Okay.
Before we even came to America, and at that time I was a little boy. That's when I kind of fall in love with music.
Right.
And then we had an opportunity. What people don't really understand is I knew United States of America a long time. So this is a true story I'm about to give. A lot of people don't know. This is an exclusive. In 2003, when Angelina Jolie went to Africa,
yeah,
to look for a kid that he was gonna adopt. Me, my little brother, and my little sister, we were gonna get adopted.
Oh man!
By Angelina Jolie, but the only reason why we could not get adopted by her is the fact that I was older, but she was willing to take my little brother, my little sister, but it was kind of hard to get us separated.
Oh.
And at that time, we were not with my uncle. We were in a different refugee camp. So at that time, also my uncle was doing a declaration of us. So and then Angelina Jolie kind of introduced us to stuff like American music, American movies. She would bring like a bunch of music from America, and we started listening. And at that time,
so you was already like in tune.
Yeah, like bunch of it was like we started listening to people like Tupac music, Biggie, all this kind of music. That's when I started to fall in love with music. And then when I transferred to a different camp, where my uncle take us to a different camp, and Angelina Jolie ended up going to Ethiopia because she wanted more of a younger age. She was willing to take to my little. That's all my story.
But respect though, they didn't separate y'all.
Nah,
and God found a way to make it,
Yeah,
and
we here. And she said, like, if you guys ever come to America, y'all should reach out. But I don't see a point of us reaching out.
You are a whole DJ, man. You never know what you could do.
Yeah, but not just that, but it's just for me. I don't like the pressure.
Okay.
I don't feel like I need the pressure. Somebody feel like they own my life. I want to live the style that I live. So if the more money you're making, the more haters you're getting. People feel like they know you, they get to own you. And that's why you see a lot of artists. They get the pressure. They start doing drugs because it's not them. It's feel like they're being controlled. They can't get the narrative of control their own life. So I'm like, that famous life shit. Yeah. I just want to.
If you're not living for you, what's the point of living?
That's the whole story. What I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Especially if you know what you and that's a lot. And I'm glad you brought that up. That's a lot that's going on right now from the little babies. Mm-hmm. You see them at the party, getting hugged up on. You feel me? You feel like things like that is like ritualistic. Or you think it's just like, man, art, it's just pictures, coincidence, stuff like that? You really believe, like, in the hip-hop community, just to get off topic a little bit, in the hip-hop community, you feel like Illuminati and stuff, you feel like stuff like that is real?
For me, I don't think it's real because Illuminati don't control every single human being that's out there. For me, it's art. When you work hard for your art, you put your heart and soul into the art, and you make an impact on different type of people because they don't make themselves rich. Artists don't make themselves rich. We make them rich. Okay? And I feel like, on the same topic, I feel like we give so much power into the devil, but we're forgetting that God is involved. And I don't think God will be able to let the devil dominate the whole society, all of us Christians, because there's some Christians that they listen to, the hip hop music. There's some pastors that listen to the hip hop music. There's different genre everywhere in the world, and everybody follows God, right? So, and I don't think God will be able to allow that kind of a dominant for the devil to have, Satan to have that much power. So I feel like for me, it's the art.
For sure. It's just sometimes when they start pushing certain agendas, that's when I start thinking it's more cult-like. You start seeing a lot of things in commercials, and there's the kids that seeing these things. I feel like they start doing things like that. They're grooming in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you nowadays social media, they're pushing. I'll just say not homophobic, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But it's also for publicity. You need to understand that's the society that we live in today. Everything needs to be publicized. Everything, it has its time.
Right.
We started with the genre where we used to wear baggy pants, right?
Right.
We went to the genre where we wear skinny jeans. So right now, with the technology that existed today, people feel like they want to throw. You think that the gayness, all of this homosexual started today? It's been around for so many years.
Oh yeah, it's just like more public size because
Yes.
of social media and stuff.
Yes.
I feel what you're saying.
Yes, and people are making money out of it.
Oh, so some people are using it.
They're using it to get everything people do now is all about money. There's no such a thing as I'm just doing it for the love of it. Even music, even soccer, people don't play the sport for just for the love of the game itself or for the love of the music. It's about the money now. Like, that's how we see stuff like Lil Baby. He had a concert, right? A bunch of concerts. He had to cancel a lot of it because why? He started overcharging. $200, $300 ticket. I ain't gonna do that just to go watch a single person and pay $200.
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Even not respect the art.
Nah, for sure. You being so close to the industry, right? First of all, you told us about how you fell in love with your music. How did DJing come into play?
So, DJing came to me. This is a funny story. 6 years ago, we had an event. So, for me, it's all my friends, right? They always drop parties to different places every time.
Right.
They will always invite me. Pull up, you know? And I would take my boys. We'll go to these parties, right? So one day, we went to Iowa. Me, Chris, Lee, and Jack. We went to Iowa on this party. Yes, the guys, we went out there on this event, and the event was lit. Turned out and all that kind of shit, right? And my boys, they're like, man, you should throw an event in your city. You know? Mm-hmm. You should start doing something like this. It's gonna...
And that's very important to have people around that pushes you.
Yeah. So they're like, throw something in your city. Why don't you start doing your own stuff in your own city? And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? This is a great idea. So we started with this party called Unforgettable.
Unforgettable?
Yes. That's when the song...
Around what year was this?
It was, I believe it was like right around like 5 or 6 years ago when French Montana song came out. Okay. I'm like, you know what? This is going to be the first party in my city. Yeah. This is going to be the first party in my city. It's going to be unforgettable.
Right.
So I put a bunch of my ex, she was not fired to. I had Deep Jungle. Did the fire for me.
Shout out Deep Jungle.
Yeah, shout out to Deep Jungle. And then at this party, it was me, DJ Toki, and I believe Lee. We'll put money together. We rent out the venue in West Fargo. So once we done renting out the venue in West Fargo, we put Toki in charge of that because at that time I was actually in Devil's Lake. I was running a restaurant down there.
Okay.
And then Toki got the whole place going. But the day of the event, this nigga was not there. So DJ Oliver, shout out to DJ Oliver too. Yeah. DJ Oliver brought his speakers and all that type of stuff because it's always been DJ Oliver. Honestly, that guy is one of the most selfless dude I ever met in my life. No matter how much it can be a pain in the ass, but that boy's always been there when we need him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he love helping people.
Yeah, bro.
He'll cop now.
That nigga might be goofy, but to give people advice,
he's a real.
But to give people advice, like he's a brother to me. Like I love that nigga. For sure. So DJ Toki was in Iowa. Man. This nigga was driving back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we did not do promotion right. Nothing went right because I was out of town. DJ Toki said a lot of people were gonna pull up and blah blah blah. At that time, DJ Toki wasn't popular too. You know, he was still kind of starting.
Yeah.
So man, DJ Toki came before the party was over. A lot of people didn't show up. I'll say that party was a failure. So that was like the beginning for me. I'm like, man, I don't want to be relying on people,
right?
Which I can do myself. I understand the music really good. I understand the melody real good. I can play these instruments real good. Why not just start doing it myself?
Right.
So I waited for a couple years. When I went to Devil's Lake, I came back, and one day I just bought a laptop. Actually, before I bought the laptop, I was borrowing somebody else's laptop, which it was one of my brothers. So I called DJ Toki. When Club Africa opened, I saw these niggas. Right. Started like DJing there. DJ Spots was there. So the day,
So wait, hold on. So at this point, you still haven't really you practicing, but
Yeah.
you haven't really had your first gig yet.
no, I
'Cause you said the
wasn't
party-
practicing at all.
Oh,
What I was doing was just downloading music to the computer. So
man, okay.
I was just putting the music in there. I'm like, if I ever
Have you get up top of the road? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever, with everybody around you already, some people are doing DJing already, right? Did you ever feel that, man, maybe I shouldn't do it because they might feel like I'm copying them? Did you ever feel that way? Do you think that's probably kind of what held you back a little bit?
No, I never felt that way because I always feel like I'm better than everybody else. Why? Because when I put my mind into something, I always go for them. But not just that. I speak 7 different languages. It means that I can tap in to any kind of music.
For sure.
You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't because I felt like I was gonna be better than anybody else, which I'm still not. I'm still a work in process. But I felt like me understanding the music will get me to be better as a DJ because
way more versatile.
Yeah, I'm way versatile than a lot of people.
Right.
You know, so when I went out there, Francis actually reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, I need you to come."
Francis?
Yeah. Before even Torquay was here. So
that was when like Club Africa was just
when
opening
Club
up?
Africa still before they opened.
Oh, you was one of the first ones.
Yes.
What did he tap in for you?
So he tapped me for not because of my business mindset,
right?
To kind of give my advice on how the restaurant business. Because when he used to run a merry-go, whatever, was too small. Now he was expanding to something bigger that can brings in millions of dollars. So just to maneuver the process, how everything works and all that type of stuff,
right?
And to kind of help out putting things together. So that's what I went there for. And then the grand opening day, right? Imagine I already have my music on my laptop and all this type of stuff. And I'm still not DJing.
Okay, so but he came for you for advice. He didn't come for you for DJing stuff.
No.
But you had the thoughts of
yes.
Okay.
And I'm still so in the middle of the grand opening, the music shut off. Everything stops.
Oh man.
People were DJ Spice did not know what to do. Me, I thrive through like stuff like pressure. I thrive through all that stuff. Right. But at that point,
you was in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So you know.
So I'm like, man, this is not my shit. But I'm here. So I reach out to Francis, like, what can I do to help?
Right.
DJ Spice at that time is looking at the wires. Also, I kind of understood electricity a little bit about if something goes off, where can we go find it and restart it and all that type of stuff. I knew about that. Right. So me and Cody, which was the other co-owner of Club Africa at that time, right. We went around, we looked, we plugged everything, we unplugged everything, plugged everything back in. You know what I mean? And then
man with the plan.
Yeah, and everything started to work.
Right.
And then after that, this thing just kept on clicking on my head. Bro, you already know music. Why not just jump into DJing? Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, one day, and then Toki moved to Fargo after that whole situation with the club. People weren't enjoying it. I mean, no disrespect to nobody, by the way. People were not enjoying the vibe of the club. And at that time, the youngest was the youngest. That's when Toki, he was the youngest. Right. Coming out of Minnesota, like, boy, at that time, he already left Deep Jungle because of what they had going on. The nigga came back to Fargo. He moved to Minnesota. Boy, it was hot at that time. Francis called Toki. Yo, Toki, I need you to come back, blah, blah, blah. This is the situation. We can talk about you being a leading DJ. And then some shit happened between Francis and the other dude. I'm not going to say his name. So they part way. Toki came into the picture. One day out of nowhere, bro, I just felt like I told Toki, man, listen, bro, I want to start DJing. I need you in. And at that time, I've already been so many parties, right? I've already been doing, Foreign was doing his little thing when Bakiraki and Fargo, and then we're doing them parties at Horace. I used to go like when DJ Oliver used to DJ all those parties I was going to, and at some time DJ Oliver.
And that's one good thing, you support others.
Yeah, and I used to go to all those events, and before even all of them, which is crazy, Kwame used to do DJ Kwame. Kwame used to be a
Kwame used to be a DJ?
Yes.
Man.
The first person, DJ Kwame. DJ Kwame used to, like, before Toki was young, all these niggas was young. When Kwame was looking for somebody to get his party moving, he would call me, he'll call Michael Yusa. We were going dance the shit out of those parties. And I knew how to dance. You know, I was skinny, I didn't have a belly, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I was youngest. We used to go any party, bro, that was going on in town. Me, Abdigasi, all these Somali people that I grew up with around, you know? So when we used to go around, we do these parties and all that type of phone parties out, when they used to call the hub, you know, before they changed it to whatever. So all this stuff, it kind of connected. All of it's connected, you know? And then DJ Kwame, at that time, DJ Kwame was doing his thing, you know?
It's crazy to think,
Yeah.
like, just that long ago, like, all y'all was interconnected in a way.
Yeah. DJ Kwame was one of the people that got this city to move the right way. When it comes down to, like, party, that's all. Always have respect for this nigga because even sometimes it can be his kind of way, but he's my bro. Like,
is that why you so loyal to him? Because, like, why? What?
Look, I have got a lot of love for that brother. The story between me and him before, like,
yeah, just so much. I know we cut into a lot of
stuff. It's all connected.
Yeah.
You know, he almost ran me over.
Huh?
Yeah, he almost ran me over right here by the mall. DJ Kwame used to have this little Mercedes, right? This thing used to play loud music. And me, I was biking. I was young, you know? He almost ran me over. I'm like, what the fuck? That's when he was coming from Colorado. He's like, he pulled up with this guy's like, what's up, man? And I'm like, yo, that's another. And he's like, what's up? What's your name? That's how me and him, we became tight. We, like, this nigga was like, he's a brother to me.
Yeah, you know, then, sometimes good things come out of bad situations.
And then we got so close, he was actually the first DJ. He DJ'd at my graduation party.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Man.
He DJ'd at my graduation party when I graduated.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I was able to fall in love with music. Now we go back so with all this stuff, everything that has to do with entertainment in the city of Fargo, when we talk about the first people that's been around, Kwame. Like, Kwame is being that source for the city. He can be tough, he can be whatever, but that brother, I swear to God, that nigga has been so supportive since day one. Like, no matter what, even Toki and them, he used to put these niggas on. He used to put everybody on.
Shout out to Kwame.
Like, shout out to DJ Kwame. Like, Kwame was
you know what I'm
saying? He's like the heart of the city.
He was like the glue for a lot of things.
Yeah. Not just me. You can ask any of these niggas. They all connected to DJ Kwame.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Yo, we gotta get Kwame on PRTV.
That's what I'm saying. It will be really important because I feel like, you know, every city they have that one person that started something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for this city of Fargo, he was the starter of that. You know? And us, as we grew up, because we're part of that, we saw that. We picked up from that.
Right.
You know? And now that's what you kind of hear when you want to talk to Toki too. He tell you his story. Toki can play guitar. Toki, he can play on our bass. He can play. That's how you see all of us who came from that background where we started somewhere with those music.
Right.
You know? So to go back to the story.
Yeah.
After that, I called Toki. Listen, man, I know Thursday, y'all don't have nobody DJing at the club. Ladies' night, I know it doesn't.
And you're calling him.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing at this time?
No.
I swear. You just have the music.
Yeah. I just know the music. And if I plugged in this song.
So, but like, how, like, do you be watching them?
Yeah, I've been watching. At that time, I was already on the mic.
But you never actually.
No, I never touched that.
Oh, wow.
You know? So he didn't say no. He said, no, I need to teach you. No. He's like, okay. First night, ladies' night, pull out there.
And this was at Club Africa.
Club Africa.
So he's
already
Francis
DJ. Francis already knew I was, right?
Right.
And then Francis like, where's Toki? I'm like, no, take you, send me over. Can you play? I was like, yeah, I lied. I said, okay. But there wasn't no one there. And then I started playing. People came in. I played. People were just dancing. At that time, people did not know. I did not know what transition is. I did not know none of that stuff. I just played it for the love of music.
Right.
That night, I made $50. I'm like, what? I can make this kind of money just for a few hours from doing this. I'm like, well, I want to make this my regular job. What people don't really understand, and I'm telling this, Toki can
$50 is crazy.
Yeah, Toki can confess to this. A lot of niggas. I was the first DJ. The first DJ. You put Fargo, you put Minnesota, you put South Dakota, you put Iowa. I was the first DJ to play Amapiano music. I introduced Amapiano music.
What's that?
This South African music. Like they say, I'm not available, all that stuff. I was the first person to introduce that music. Even Francis from Club Africa can confess to this.
Yeah, I used to play Afro music is hot now,
yes. And then Toki would come in, what kind of music are you playing? I'm like, yo, I told Toki, this is gonna be the vibe. And at that time I did not know.
You said you wasn't a DJ, so they didn't like, you know what I'm saying?
They didn't know.
They didn't see it, yeah.
The first song Amapiano that came to me, my mind, it was back in 2010. There's a song called Istokovela by DJ The Cook. Like it was the beat. You know? I'm like, damn, I love this. This is like, you know? So, and that's when I kind of started learning about my transitioning. I put this ding, 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 and I had this song, it kind of similarity. So that's when I started, you know what? Maybe I can be a better DJ. And then Toki, I remember Toki told me one day, like, you know music better than I do, African music. If you can work on your transitioning, right? You unstoppable.
For sure.
And
like, shout out to Toki too.
Shout out to Toki. Yeah, that's my son. That's my son. That's my boy. You know. So I'm like, what? Yeah. He's like, yeah, just work on that. I was like, okay. So at that time, right? Damn, every day I go DJ Club Africa. Toki's like, start Thursday. Thursday's like, I want you to start opening Friday. Toki likes, I know how Toki plays. So he's like, I want you to start opening for me Friday. I'm like, okay. So if you were opening for me Friday, I want you to start with the slow music. With that slow music, you set up the tone for me. When I come in, I take over. The party's already, you know, people already feel the vibe.
For sure.
You know, I'm like, no, I want to do Saturday too. And then I'll go home. Sometimes I get paid.
You getting confident.
Yeah, Francis, sometimes I don't get paid. I'm like, damn, man, I want to work hard. You know, Francis is like, here's $80. Everybody else is collecting like $300. I'm like, damn. And then they got.
You was humble.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not complaining. I'm gonna work myself off, and then they'll bring other DJs. When other DJs come from outside of town, I will let them play. I'll just go and enjoy the party.
Right.
And Toki was like, you know what?
And one thing I peeped about you too, even if you wasn't the DJ, you can feel your vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people's person, you like to get in there.
Yeah.
Did you used to like do MCing too?
Yeah.
Because that's what you used to do.
So I used to do wedding MC. And then Toki's like, you got a voice. You got a deep voice. My voice is a sleepy voice. You know, talking about my voice is like, you got the people's voice. Why don't you stop being on the mic?
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
You know, I'm like, that mic is not my thing. I was like, grab a mic. I took the mic. He's like, on your Thursday night, just start practicing slow by slow. And DJ Oliver, same thing. He also helped me out too. So
and you speak a lot of languages, so you can relate to a lot of people.
Yeah. So, and I also, every time I'm emceeing, they might be speaking a different language, right? I can get closer to that as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Just to understand what the hell they're saying. When I started emceeing, I grabbed the mic and I started trying. And then I started watching more like Benevi doing it more and more and more.
Shout out to Benevi. I hear his name a lot.
Yeah, Benevi. Shout out, like.
Who is Benevi?
So, Benevi, he's from Liberia, right? He's like one of the first artists that came to the United States. And he ended up staying here. And he got his beautiful wife, his beautiful family. When I got touched the mic, his voice is deep. Like you fall in love with just the way he does the work. You know, he respects the work. You know, when you see people like that who respect the work, but also they respect you, you look at them as your role models. You know,
right.
So he's one of those guys where I look at him as a role model when it comes down for me down to MC. My goal is always to try to do 10 times.
I respect how you give people their flowers.
Yeah. You know, my goal is to always do 10 times better than when he does. So when he touched the mic, me and him, Like, you know, there's certain MCs that they can't go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? This one want to talk, the other one but so me watching him, picking up a little bit of his style, and then coming up with my own style because I can speak different languages. That's how it just came off the
Seven.
roof, you know. And I took off. So every time when DJ talking with DJ, he's like, "I need you to grab the mic." You
No,
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So that's how I ended up falling.
Just the whole thing, the whole club scene from
Yeah,
Africa,
bro.
and then you already spoke how you
Mhm.
got into DJing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Toki.
DJ Toki, yeah.
You feel me? All right, so now that you're in there, you're getting regular gigs at the club.
Yeah.
Something starts going left.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because I don't know. Club, hearing rumors, this and that's going on. What happened when it got shut down the first time?
The club got shut down the first time. Let's just say it's because of that whole shootout that happened at the club. You know, it wasn't the reason why they shut it down, but that's the reason what they put out there. They didn't want to see that club there. Let's just speak like it is. Club Africa was the biggest thing in this city. There's no other club that was charging people to get in, and now parking was always full. The city didn't like that. So they were looking for an excuse to shut it down. And that's all they ended up shutting it down. No.
Man, that was crazy though. And when it happened, like around that time, what did you do? Like how? Because that's where you was getting your gigs, right? And you wasn't. Was you working around that time? Because you said you.
Yeah, I was also working, but the thing is, people don't really understand is I made so much money DJing outside of Club Africa than actually DJing inside Club Africa. Like I was going state by state. Like I was going to New York. I started going to Miami, DJing at these yacht parties. I went to Texas. Like a lot of times I went to Texas, Iowa. Iowa I went like 6 or 7 times. Minnesota also. So and also in Fargo. The thing about the DJs here in Fargo that we get along, like me, DJ Toki, and some other DJs, we kind of share when somebody has an event and needs somebody else to cover it. We kind of give each other those gigs. Like if I don't have so many gigs in my calendar, I'll call for him word. DJ for can you take a gig? You know what I mean? Do you have an open date? Or DJ Sign, do you have an open date? Or DJ Toki, do you have an open date? I need you to cover me this because I'm going somewhere else. So that's how we've always, even when with the club is closed down, we still generate money.
Right.
You know, we're still making so much money because we've already put our names out there.
And you seem like you surrounded by businessmen, so you put that money back into the club.
Yes, sir.
I see like different DJs and different promoters in that club. I see when you'll see by certain flyers and certain events that this DJ, this promoter, they're the ones behind it. You feel me? Like what was some when the club was going? I know you brought some artists out. What were some artists that you was responsible for bringing out?
So we brought BM. I don't know if you remember BM. BM, that was one of our shows. Me, BJ, and Lee. That was one of our first artists that we brought in, and then we wanted to do more. This year, we're actually prepared to do at least 3 shows. So what people don't.
So you still have a team?
Yeah, we still have a team.
What's your team now?
BJ, me and BJ. BJ's like my brother. Like that. That's my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have businesses together. Like we have a whole entire business that we're doing right now. But also, I don't know if you remember 2 a.m.
Oh yeah. We
owned 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It was me, BJ, and Lee. We owned 2 a.m. was like our thing. Like that was our baby. Until we're in the city again. 2 a.m.
They keep coming for y'all, man.
Yeah. 2 a.m. was like the biggest thing in the city.
Honestly, the way you talk, the way you like are able to elaborate and actually express yourself, you should like try to do politics, bro. Because that's how you can get to these people. How else?
Yeah. But the thing is, for me, is politics. It doesn't make a change. It makes it worse. You know, my impact once you become a politician. Politics for me is lies. That's what politics means. For me, I can be more effective helping, You know what I mean? My actions matters where I can, if I do something like this, it's going to be effective. It's going to affect people in the
But
right
you gotta
way.
think titles.
Yeah.
Titles mean something.
That's the thing for me. If I have those titles, they can change me from who I don't want to be. You know what I mean? So for me, is I could have gone pro. People don't really know. I played soccer in college.
Oh yeah, speak on that.
You know, so I played soccer in college, and then I got injured a lot of time. My knee was so messed up. I ended up leaving. I went to University of Wyoming. I didn't feel like it. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. So
Hey,
I left.
At least you're educated.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I want to be. I want to. I want to own my own destiny. You know what I mean? I want to live happy. I want to live the life where sometimes it's like when I go outside, I see a homeless person. Even them, I say they're on drugs. I don't judge. If I have $1, even BJ can tell you. Even if I don't have money, BJ's driving with me. I'll tell him, do you have any money? Yeah, give it to him. Because I feel like that's how blessings comes around you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Blessings comes around you when you give back. It doesn't matter the circumstances. I am where I am today is not because of me. And that's how I always say, see, like BJ. BJ has given me so much, bro. Like, people don't really understand, like, businesses. He can start businesses and I'm not part of it. And once he starts it, he will come and tell me, me and you will own this. He starts it, and I'm not even there. But if he knows it's going to generate money, me and you.
You seem like you're around really good people, man. You feel me?
But also, I keep it real, you know? He can tell you I keep it real. I care. I'm not that type of person, let's say that me and you were friends, right? And I see you jumping you fighting someone, you expect me to jump in. I don't do that.
You don't pick sides.
No, I don't pick sides. What I do is I protect you. I take you away from that situation. Then I make you see the bigger picture.
Right.
You know? How about if we do it this way? You know, and that's why me and DJ, we like so tight. Because I keep it real with him. He's younger than me, but I'll tell you, he got more experience of what he's doing. Like right now, we have our own cleaning business. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like people feel like when they see us, they feel like we doing some other blah 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 to make money. We wake up in the morning, like we go clean apartments, we go clean buildings. That's how we make our income. That's how we're able to take care of our families.
Nah, I mean, and it's paying. I seen you Onyx, Club Onyx.
Yeah.
And I seen the process. You feel me? I have you on social media. You feel me? Like, so what's the update on that?
So with Onyx, I would say there's a lot of. I don't want to jump more into it because I feel like it's not my part to say what's going on with that situation.
Aren't you part owner?
No, I'm not the part owner.
DJ?
Yeah, I'm just a DJ, but also I'm not the type of person that I like to give people advice. For me, I like to invest into something I know it's going to last longer. Because I've based out of the few of the failures that we've had. Right. You know, with like 2 a.m. Yes, was really successful, but it was a good thing, but it didn't last longer. So that's what we've kind of been able to learn from that situation. When we want to open something else, something bigger, we want it to be able to last longer. You know, what people don't really understand, we've had a lot of projects that we were working on. Nobody knew we almost purchased the Pan America. You know what Pan America used to be? Yeah, we almost purchased that. But the only reason why the only reason why we couldn't do it, we know this city, they don't like seeing black people coming together. You know what I mean? So if we do something like that, how long is it gonna last? But right now, we're making some other moves where people will be shocked.
With not to cut you off, right?
Yeah.
With the mindset of if you show your worth to people and stuff like that, you can make an impact, right? Yeah. When I ask you about politics. Mm-hmm. Tone.
Yeah.
He's, you know what I'm saying, already established, you feel me? Why don't y'all do more collabs and things like that to keep this going?
I feel like we are on a different path. You understand? DJ Tony is connected with one of the best people around him. Him and his crew, the Motion Boys, which I have a lot of respect for.
Shout out to the Motion Boys.
Yeah, shout out to Motion Boys. Shout out to DJ Tony. What people don't really understand, DJ Tony is like my little brother. All these I'm older than all of them, you know. But there might be some stuff that might not be put out there in the picture. If I feel like something is, I want him to thrive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
2020 thriving his own way, and I'm also going a different direction. But it doesn't
sure.
mean that when I see him doing his thing, I don't support. I support it 100%. But it's just that you let him go his own way. But also, I might be able. I've always been able to give him advices when I feel like he's doing something that it doesn't fit who he is. He's bigger.
So you more of a behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Let's just structure this.
Yeah.
Let's make this right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, every time yo, you good? I see him. Me and him were always like, yo, what's up? What's up? It's the love.
For sure.
Sometimes you gotta love people from far out, you know, and you wish them the best. But also, I want to build my own history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. That's why I haven't. I might say that I'm not signed to nobody. Kudah is a company. That's what people don't really understand. Kudah is the LLC, just like everybody
So
else.
you've been a DJ, right?
Yeah.
I asked Togi this question.
Yeah.
If say an artist wanted to sign you, which artist would you sign to?
I would not sign with an American artist. No.
Why not?
The reason why, if I can't sign with any American artist, I give more respect, but I don't feel like I fit into that culture.
Right.
Okay.
You know 7 different languages.
Yes.
So
yes, but also it's for my own. I feel like in this country, there's that word where if you become part of something, people start hating you for it. Do you understand me? And also, I feel like Africa is completely different. DJs, they're making their money. Like there's like DJ Bomb Bomb, there's like DJ Prince, there's DJ Tony Tone, there's some other DJs. They're all Africans, but Tony Tone is more known out there. But also, you gotta understand with the person that he works with. You know what I mean? There's some other story behind it. So he may not be because of that, but African. I want to focus more into my culture. You know,
sure.
I want to give it more energy into that. I feel like that. This is what I feel like.
Just how LIB is Liberia.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I can work with Liberian artists.
No, you saying African.
Yeah, African,
for sure. African as a whole.
Yeah.
For sure. And you know, shout out to the Kudah. You making an impact. You feel me?
I appreciate.
So now, you for sure. And you said with Onyx, you can get too much into it, but it's just business wise. But you guys do plan on opening it.
Yes.
Yeah, because Togi said August. You can't stamp that.
If he says August, I would say, to be honest, I don't think so. Maybe because you don't want to give people the hopes, you know. Where
I mean, I think I heard. Maybe I think I heard August.
Onyx is gonna be open. Let's get it clear.
It's still like all the work y'all did is still there.
All the work, everything is still in it. They still own the building. There's contract involved in it.
Who's involved in the?
Kwame, Toki. They have DX. They also have Jordan. But politics works everywhere.
Right.
You understand me? And when politics works everywhere and people want to play some funky stuff, it just never goes well. When you go to a business with people, you both got to have the same mentality. You all should have one voice. But once everybody want to do their own thing, want to go a different direction, business doesn't work out.
And speaking of that, there was at a point where all the DJs was just going back and forth. You especially.
Yeah. You
was just, for somebody who say combination, you don't be going sometimes. What was going on for cause of friction? Because people used to think it was because the club got shut down. Everybody just went their separate ways, and it's just tension. Some people blaming other people for money being, you know what I'm saying?
Well, with the club going down, people don't want to I would give you the truth, you know. For me, I do. And
we talking club after Summit.
We're talking club Summit and all this stuff. I've never have no issue with no DJs, right? I work with everyone until when somebody starts saying stuff like everybody was hating on him. One individual. You understand me? And when I'm talking like this, I'm talking about DJ LIB. And I'm going to keep you real. He's my boy. I love him and I respect him. I respect his work ethic. I've worked with him. But when you're one individual, right? You say everybody else around you, they all hate on you. Sometimes you need to look into yourself, right? And be like, am I the problem, right? How many DJs have I worked with? I've worked with Yancy. I've worked with top DJs. I've worked with Yancy. I've worked with Toki. I've worked with DJ Yangi. I've worked with pretty much everybody. And I never have any issues. Let's go to Club Summit. Yes, first time when the club got shut, it was because of whatever, politics. The second time, there's some issue, Toki got fired, right? Money issues, blah, blah, blah. He walked away, right? And at that point, I was the second man. But before that, when Summit opened, DJ LIB was there at the club. When he was playing, this is the truth I'm telling you. He can play. I ain't going to deny this. Boy can play. But when we play music, we don't play for ourselves. We're playing for the people. Don't play what's satisfying you, right? He can play, but sometimes people just don't feel the vibe, right? And at that time, I wasn't good enough. So when DJ LIB came in, when Club Summit opened, they felt like I wasn't ready. Toki told me, you're not ready. So since DJ LIB has been in the game longer, he can take Friday, but you can still do with me. You can still help him open on Fridays. He can close on Fridays. Or he can DJ the whole Friday. Me and you were going to tackle Saturday. And I never had no issues. So the issue came was when DJ LIB opened the first Friday by himself, right? People weren't feeling it. The person that was running the club at that time was a white man called Derek, you know, and people were complaining. So Derek called Toki. I was there. BJ was also there. There's some other people. There's a man, the DJ that, and also Alvin. Shout out to Alvin. EOC. I fuck with those niggas. They're my real shank, all of them. I've worked with those niggas for a long time. And every time I do event, those are the niggas that behind the scene, they do a lot for all of us, to be honest, to keep the industry moving too.
PRTV,
yeah, PRTV as well. You building that culture for us, which we appreciate that, you know? So he called, he's like, yo, man, the DJ that DJ yesterday, he didn't know all of us. It wasn't great. You understand me? Right. It's not, it wasn't great. Is there anything that we can do? So what I understand about DJ LIB, he doesn't like to take criticism. This is the truth I'm telling you. Other people might try to hide it, but I keep it like it is. You can ask anybody this. Without probably Toki went and talked to him. Hey man, we're all in a group chat. Man, this is what happened. They didn't like the way things were going. Right. Brother didn't like to take the criticism. That's when everything kind of him and Toki got into it. You know? And at the same time, while we know we're at the club, DJ LIB was working on his show. This Ghanaian artist, I forgot his Bisa. He was working on that show. So we're like, bro, if you trying to, he got the show, he was trying to do that tap venue on the same day as Toki's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to sabotage. When Toki did his birthday bash, man, this thing is blowing up. You know, the club always packed and people were making their money. So I feel like it was sabotaging my. If you work with a brother, right? Why don't you like figure out maybe a different date or work with them on the same date and like, what can we incorporate and just do one thing together since we work on the same place? Right. And I feel like that was the beginning. Oh, so you're doing your own show out there, and me, person that brought you in, Toki brought DJ LIB to the club. Okay? That's what a lot of people don't really understand because they're trying to say that Francis brought him to the club. I don't remember him DJing when Club Africa was open. Maybe when I was on vacation. I'm just speaking the truth. Right. Truth. But I know Toki brought in DJ LIB. Toki created a spot for him so he can start DJing. Toki can have his other issues, but he's really selfless. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they're like, you know what? Toki fired LIB because he was the leading DJ.
So LIB left before Toki?
First time, yes. It wasn't because he chose to left. Toki told me, if you're not doing the change, I mean, at the same time,
Who was the
fuck it.
leading manager
Who was the leading manager? Who was the leading? Toki was
at club?
at the moment for the DJs was Toki with Club Simon open.
Ours was Kwame.
No, Kwame came way later on. Way later on.
Where does this rumor come from about Kwame being responsible?
Responsible for
The club shutting down.
Man, it's whole lies. It's deeper than that. Kwame actually came to save the club. That's what people don't really understand. You know, listen, Kwame has his issues, but honestly, that club could have been shut down a long time. Kwame came in and saved that club to be shut down and push it for more time for it to be open. People don't know that, you know. And Kwame and Alvin, I'll say Alvin is one of the most patient guys, you know. There's some money going missing, and through all that stuff, this guy stayed there. You know what I'm saying? The accusation towards him, but there's some people here that playing their own games and taking their money and all that type of stuff.
Man,
but
just seeming a little corrupt. Even like sometimes when people went to the club, the cleaning sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wants to be the boss. Nobody wants to.
No one wants to do the dirty work. You know what I mean? But also not just before that. I feel like Ivan deserved the spot where he was at, even being a manager. Ivan was the bar manager. Ivan was making a schedule even when Derek was there. Ivan, all those girls were there because of him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like the heart of the place before that because he used to work long hours with Francis. That's how that loyalty continued. So when the club, before we opened Club Summit, there's a transitioning. When those white owners came in, Francis reached out to all of us. And I didn't see DJ LIB there when they reached out to everybody. Toki brought in DJ LIB. I know DJ LIB because of Toki. If Fargo knows DJ LIB today, at the moment, it's because of Toki, but it's also because of Foreign Word. People don't give that little nigga his credit. Even it might be older now than me. But Foreign Word has been one of the top dudes also to help out the culture. He is. Shout out to Foreign Word too.
Okay, so with Onyx, right?
Yeah.
You and your team are trying to get that together. You
Yeah.
feel me? You have worked with LIB in the past, right? Classic Touch is open, it's running right now, right?
Yeah.
Why not? If you say you're a person who puts your pride to the side and you don't, you feel me, get like that for too long, why don't you guys, the BJs, the Kwames, the you, put that same energy, y'all try to do it something now that y'all know better, everybody knows more, because I talked to LIB and he said he's willing. It's no bad blood. So why don't y'all, in the meantime, push Classic Touch, and then when Onyx open, it can be a whole collab. I feel like that would be good for fun.
That is a really great question. And I'm going to reply to you this way, right? I'm going to ask you this question. Why every time when we do parties, right? I'm going to ask you this question, man. You can reply to me. Why every time when we do parties outside, me, Toki, Saya, right? You see everybody else popping. Have you ever seen DJ Library?
He was at one of the
one of them, right? He's my boy.
I've seen him a couple of times.
Yes, but a lot of events that we've done, have you seen him there?
I don't pop out like that, bro.
Okay, but you've seen them videos, right? But I think for me, it's the reason why Classic Touch is not moving the way that it's moving. First, you got to be able to invest. Okay? As we have
They got Hot Nigga as the new promoter now. Hot Nigga's going crazy.
Shout out to him. Yeah. But how big is Hot Nigga in Fargo?
Hot Nigga's big, bro.
He's big.
He's big.
But who do you...
your homework.
He's my boy, and I respect him. But you got to look, this is a different industry. You know? We're talking about the industry of being an artist, and we're talking about the industry of being an MC and being a promoter. Those are two completely different pages. Okay? For me, it's the investment. The owners, like I reach out. I'm not going to lie to you. You know? When Classic Touch, I've DJed a few times, right? I talk to the owners, right? I'm like, yo, you need my help? I'm here. One of the owners told me, I'll call you. Right? I'll call you. Right? And now you come and find out some DJs, they don't make money. I don't want to do something for fun. If it's a business route, I want to be able to make my money. Okay? They told me, we're going to call you. You don't call me. But again, at the same time, You want to work with people that will be able to support the movement of all of us. When we move, we want to move as a wave. We don't want to move differently.
Right.
It all plays with politics again. For me, is I love DJ Lightning. Like people don't really understand.
What about fuck politics?
But you can't separate that.
Start with the man in the mirror.
You know, yeah. I love DJ Lightning. Like even BJ.
I can make that happen. I can connect y'all.
I can't. No, I still connected. That's my brother. You know.
I'm saying though, look, right? Onyx, great club. The way I saw it,
Yeah.
amazing. I love what y'all was doing with the place, right?
Yeah.
But realistically though, man, I listen to you talk, and you sound like a selfless person.
Yeah.
You sound like bygones can be bygones if it got to be that for the money.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
LIB's a good man, very good man.
Absolutely.
You are a great guy.
Yeah.
You are connected with a lot of people who are powerful, who can make things happen, right? Collab. Like actually collab, not just DJ here and there. Collab, like you know what I'm saying? How you was doing that summit?
Okay. Did you know? I'm gonna give you some few examples, right? We talking there. I've DJ at Classic Touch.
You get what I'm trying to come
Yeah,
from?
I understand what you're saying. I've DJed there, not the new one, the old location. Every time I go there, DJ recognize that's my brother. DJ Lapi, that's my brother. But for me is I don't want to be part of the movement. Listen, part of the movement where I feel like sometimes somebody feel like is being hated where there's no hate. Okay, a club summit, right? Me and DJ Lapi, there was only two of us. There's two DJs, right, bro? We used to go back and forth, and he said this in your interview, but he didn't say a name. I knew what he was talking about because I watched the interview, right? Talking about somebody was hating on him. It wasn't hate, okay? If when I go and DJ, right, the crowd is moving, right? As soon as I sit down, I stop DJing, I'm getting a different story. But the people that created that attention, it wasn't me and him, right? It was the managers. They would come and tell me, you need to go talk to DJ LIB because they were afraid to talk to him. We need you to start closing. You know? Yeah, he can close one day, he can close the next day. That's being selfish. When you have another DJ, there's two of you guys are working, right? But that single person want to close. He wants to be a leading DJ. I don't care about the title. You want to close this day, you want to close all the days, right? But for me as a human being, I'm like, dang, we're all trying to make it, right? I would create a spot for you. If I close Friday, he closed Saturday. We both are the DJs.
That was back then, bro.
That's what I'm saying, even back then. But I'm telling you, even until today, I've reached out to Classic Touch. I put this on my mama, okay? They told me this, hey, we'll call you, right? They put me on a waiting list, right? Until when Onyx, when somebody knows your value, they don't make you wait. You kind of get that? What you doing here, this is passionate. You understand the values of the people that are reaching out. I got to get that interview done because you see the value. As soon as they got the contract, Club Onyx, boom, right there. Me, DJ Saya, right? Before even anything started, we're already official DJs.
Right.
Because why? They see my value. Also, Toki reach out to Benevi. Because why? He knows the value. When you know the value of someone, the marketing, that's how market works. You pick them up before somebody else pick them up. Once I was picked up by Onyx, I'm still independent, right? But I did sign a contract. Until when Onyx is going to open, I can still go DJ anywhere else. Classic Touch.
That was a little debate about contracts too. I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah. That was a difference. That was a summit contract.
Man,
until when Onyx is going to open, right? Because of the loyalty them guys showed me. Because of the respect they gave me. I wasn't more like a DJ, but I was more than a DJ. where I could put my input of where to put this. Like the stage, there was my input how the stage should be. The speakers, you know what I'm saying? That was like, we appreciate you. We need your input. Where should this be? Where should that be? That right there created me to be loyal. I'm talking about be my boy. He fucked me over so many times. But with Kwame, with them, with how my relationship, I saw Toki grow up to who he is today. You know what I'm saying? So that's my loyalty there.
Honestly, Kudah, listen to your story. It seems like you believe in people. You're a believer. And you like to push people. Every little thing a person do for you, you take it as serious loyalty, right? For sure. When were you, with all this, like you speak of betrayal, when would you want to just start your own thing? Open your own club? You know what I'm saying? Just do your own thing.
We're actually working on something like that. Oh, I can't put out too much information.
Not Onyx?
It will actually,
Onyx is an investment?
It won't be an Onyx. But also we can't do it here in Fargo. We're gonna take it more. The reason why we can't do another club here is because Fargo don't have any more liquor licenses.
Oh, they're right.
100% liquor license. They don't have those.
Can they just make it?
No. So for the way it works is for every 10,000 people add-ons to the city, then they open another liquor license. Damn. That's how we even see Onyx move to Minnesota, because why?
Onyx is in Minnesota now?
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm thinking like
Moorhead.
Yeah. I'm thinking like damn.
Yeah. So, but I don't want to say too much. But me and BJ, we're working on something that will be not here. We're looking on this destination that's going to be in the South. Dallas. That's what we're looking at. Dallas. We're also looking at Houston, but we're still putting so much work right now. But that's what we want to look at. For us, we have a bigger picture. But also, with Fargo, we got more artists. We're going to bring some artists.
Yeah, for sure.
We want to work with a lot of artists. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come up.
I don't want to get too much. And let me say this, honestly, business-wise, you have a lot going on. Even though you have ups and downs with people, I feel like as time goes on, as we're doing this, they're saying how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Some people might take it like, man, and some people might take it like, oh, that's how my brother feel. Let me call him woo-woo. That's why one of the things I want to do, because y'all are faces. And, you know, we're not trying to build controversy. It's all love. Now, a lot of businesses, everything's going good. Apart from the business aspect, your own personal life, right? Let's get to know Kudah, right? What do you like to do? Are you single? Are you married? You got kids? Like, who's Kudah?
Kudah is the guy that I'm a family person. I'm so glad you asked that question where people see me outside. I'm a type of person where I like to give people a chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm a type of person where I believe in more than second chances. I don't feel like people make mistakes, they should be punished for it. But I believe that when people make mistakes, we should be able to teach them to do better. You should never, ever believe on a human being being 100%. Even after they ask for forgiveness. You should always expect disappointment, because that's what makes us human being. And that's what should be able to give us a chance to be forgivable to others. You can be able to forgive others. But when you count on a person and be like, I've already forgive you, I know you're not going to fuck up again, that's a mistake you're making. For me, I believe that people can make more than 100 mistakes. But because we're human beings, it is my duty to be able to accept that, but also to be forgiven. At this moment, when they ask me if I'm single, I am not single. But I'm single in the streets. But a lot of people, what people don't really understand it. I'm actually, I have a person. By the end of this year, by the grace of God, you may hear this man is kind of nuts.
Hey.
Also,
congrats. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Shout out to a lot of people that I want to give a few shout out. DJ Sion. I feel like that boy, if he goes the right direction, if he follows his heart, and if he put in the work and stay away from the distraction. That's the next biggest thing in the live community.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I
Young
feel
and
like,
turn.
yeah, that boy is really smart and he's also young. That thing that he's doing right now, what people don't really understand is for his age is bigger. And I feel like people need to open more doors for him. People need to advise him. People need to scorn him so he can be able to listen and follow the right direction. The future is really bright for him. Also for also not just him, also Toki's little brother Dini.
Dini.
You know, that kid has a lot of talent. I was one of the first people to take Dini out of this state to go perform outside of the state because I believe in what he does.
For sure.
You know, I see the talent in there, and I've also tried to push Toki to try to help him. But what people don't really understand, that kid works. You guys don't see him in the street right now because he's working. He got good music coming out. You yourself, I know, I've seen your bangers. You know,
Yeah.
I've seen your work. I feel like we can all support each other, even if it can be outside of here. People need to hear the work that's coming out of Fargo. We can take it out there. And that's why I feel like us working, trying to open something in the South by the grace of God, if it's possible, we can expand over there. We can create the home even for people for here. That's why we're so combated here where we just in one place. We want to be able to explode. You know, like I want to see PRTV going to Houston. You know, you follow DJ Drew out there.
Yeah.
You go to Nebraska. I want to see you in a bigger television getting deals. You know?
And the thing is, sitting down, talking, because behind the scenes, you were saying, like, you know me, at parties, you know, I used to, you know, I was aggressive. You feel me? I used to, but now, at least I'm saying down in front of you, we're talking.
Yeah.
You know my heart. And because you know my heart, when opportunities come later on, I can interview bigger people because you know a lot of people.
You are going to get there. And I'm telling you.
And it's all love. I just wanted people to see the real DJ Kudah.
The crazy part is, like, when we're talking here, right? Me and BJ watch all your shows every time they're traveling. He will not listen to music. He would just play your interviews. You know what I mean? And he came to me. He said he is gonna be bigger. He just needs to continue to do what he's doing and ask him more, pushing. I'm like, maybe even us in the future will feel like we are gonna be able. We want to support you even financially because we see these things that we want to be able to support stuff like this. We don't want to support things that we feel like will get you in trouble, but we want to support where we know you can become a bigger.
And all I want to do is show the positive side of you guys. You feel me? You guys are good people. Like you said, for example, you just listed a whole lot of interconnections, and a lot of people see you at the parties, you behind. You know what I'm saying, on the mic. They'll never get the opportunity to really talk to you. You feel me? So I just want to give the opportunity for them to, you know what I'm saying, chop it up. And honestly, Kudah, right?
Yeah.
Everything going on, the sky's the limit for you. The sky's not even the limit.
Above and beyond.
Right now, you're a man of principles. You're a man of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And same advice to you too. Keep going. You feel me? Do you plan on staying, like, making Fargo a home base? What plans do you have? What plans do you have apart from the, like, your personal, apart from the whole club scene and stuff like that? You say you used to own you used to run a restaurant and stuff like that, but what other attributes do you plan on doing, like bigger things?
Bigger things that we're working on right now.
Not you.
I personally, I can't do anything.
I know you have a team. I'm saying, like, me, I'm doing this PRTV thing, right?
Yeah.
But I plan on dropping some songs. I plan on, like, you personally, your personal goals and attributes.
My personal goal is to make sure the only thing that I want to focus on in Africa. So in the next 2 years, I'm gonna introduce something that's gonna call it's gonna be Yemema festivals. It's after my dad who passed away. I want to introduce something on his name where I'm gonna stop paying artists just to go and perform for just that festival, and every penny that I'll make out of that, I will donate for stuff like good causes, like how to combat HIV in Africa, which is something big, something that I have so much passion for, but also for the ladies, like for people who don't have like husbands and stuff like that. for the orphanage. So my main goal is that's why I even went to school for to become a social worker because I want to be able, I want to help as much as I can. We can make a bigger difference. We can make a huge difference, especially in our continent of Africa. Africa is growing bigger and better right now. People are building Africa, but it's just that the only thing that's missing is the knowledge. So I'm gonna take whatever my knowledge is, and that's my main goal. I want to be able to go home and teach the other kids how to be able to create generational wealth for their family. Like I've always said, the poverty line in my family will end with me.
For sure.
You know, it's not gonna go to my kids, my nephews.
You speaking of kids, you have kids?
I don't have any kids, but I have a bunch of nephews and nieces. I mean, Toki's my son. Josiah's my grandson. But no, I don't have all my own kids, but I have so many nephews.
You building a legacy, so when they do get here, everything is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't get love just because of you're their father.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but that's the goal where I'm working at right now because like just being around BJ showed me a lot of stuff. Like, and that's why I can't stop talking about the man. It's not like I'm kissing his ass.
That's your brother, man.
Yeah, but it's just like the relationship, the advice that and Lee included. We've been able to give one another how to like. BJ is so smart. People don't really realize that. This guy, he will sit on a computer. He will look on how generational wealth is. You know, like my credit used to be bad. You know, he connected me with someone. I paid this amount of money to fix my credit. You know, he taught me how to freeze my own credit so nobody can play with it. So with stuff like that, but he also taught me how to use my credit, how to get credit limits and all these type of stuff, which is to create generational wealth. While he told me why it's not important to take credit cards. You know, why it's important to have a business, LLC. So all this stuff is like, it gives me the mind where it's okay, this is the knowledge I need. When I go back home, my goal is to share with the other kids and be able to help.
And God will continue to bless you.
And
DJ Kudah.
You know, people like you, you know, even it may be through the negativity, maybe through the positivity, but we've always been around another for a long time. I've known you for 10 plus years since, you know, so, and I look at you, I don't look at you as my friend, I look at you as a brother. Even sometime when back then when it used to be hot, you see the only person that would come in and scream at is you. Stop it, you know what I mean? And you never trying to go tough on me, but you understood this is families talking, you know what I mean? And that kind of respect is, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I've liked what you've become.
You stopped me from a lot of bad situations.
Yeah, and being who you are today, you know, it's a God blessing. Not everybody's been able to make it through where we are here. We may not have everything, but we're breathing. Right. You know, and that's something big. You wake up every day. Like I say, for me, I don't just celebrate my birthday one day. Every day is my birthday because I get to see the sun every day.
You give yourself something to live for.
So you celebrate every day. And this idea you have, I promise you, the amazing thing you're doing, bro, this is how people get far. And you have a better chance of making it than probably most of all of us because you're doing your own thing.
We all together. PRTV, DJ Kudah, you know the vibes.
That's all Vlad started.
Yeah, you know, I did my homework.
Vlad started like that. These podcasts. It started people.
And honestly, the type of personality you have, we should do more. Like, you feel me? We can do, you know what I'm saying, different topics.
Maybe we can open a podcast. You know?
Let's go, bro.
You know, the podcast will sit down, we'll just talk about
different events. And you know me, you watch my interview. I'm getting better with the sounds. You feel me? I watch every interview is getting better and better.
I never knew you can put all this stuff together. I'm like, what? Papa's doing this?
I did. Yeah. So appreciate you, man. Yeah. So now we talked. Enjoy the conversation. Yeah. Enjoy the energy. Now, DJ Kudah, you feel me? You made an impact in Fargo. That's what PRTV pulled up. We had you know what I'm saying? We're trying to put the face to the brand.
Yes.
Kudah is a big brand. Yes. People know what's going on.
Yeah.
Big Kudah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, any final words for the people?
Listen, man. What I'm going to say is I'm going to start with you. Thank you. God bless you. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Never fall behind. The same energy you started with, take it all the way through the line. PRTV is the biggest TV interview right now in Fargo. I haven't seen nothing else like this at the moment as we speak. And for everybody out there, what I would say is live true to yourself. You know, don't be interrupted by what people get to think about you. Enjoy what you're doing. If you're fat, remain being fat. If you're skinny, be comfortable in your own skin.
Love yourself.
Love yourself because God made you who you are. We all gonna make it if we all not faking it. If you're faking it, you're not gonna make it. Be true to yourself. If you don't have it, don't say you have it. You know, I see so many people come out here, they lie, they have this, they don't have this. If you don't have it, just say you don't have it. There's no shame into it. But say you're working on getting it. You know, so that's all I gotta say. Listen, man, shout out to PRTV. This is the biggest TV right now.
Big as you heard from Big Kudah himself,
yes,
DJ
God
Kudah.
Bless you, man.
God bless.
Thank you.
This thing they hit me like a bongo. I beg you bring another shy show. Take your lady to the condo. If we dey hit and she dey sharp more.